What you are looking at on your screen right now is not a movie prop. This is a real fossil found by archaeologists, cataloged as OH8. Look closer at those deep punctures in the bone. Those are the real teeth marks of a prehistoric monster that dragged an early human into the water. This isn't a fictional fantasy story. This actually happened. 50,000 years ago, our ancestors were at the absolute bottom of the food chain. They had no weapons, no metal armor, and no escape. Tonight, we look at the terrifying real-life evidence behind the toxic swarm and the mind-blowing sacrifices early humans made so our lineage wouldn't go extinct. For decades, historians promoted the killer ape theory, claiming humans were always the ultimate apex hunters. But deep learning AI models trained by scientists recently proved the opposite. For millions of years, we were mostly the prey, and the night water was the deadliest place of all. These ancient aquatic monsters, like the 24-foot crocodiles anthropophagus, which literally translates to human eater, were nocturnal executioners. They didn't even need to see you. They possessed special sensory organs that could detect the tiny electrical pulses of a human heartbeat through the mud. When a mother went to gather water for her crying child in the dark, she often never returned. The tribe could only sit in the pitch-black shadows, listening to the horrifying splashing, weeping in silence. But out of this deep emotional pain came a legendary spark of human resilience. Our ancestors realized that if they stayed isolated, the swarm would wipe them out completely. They had to fight for survival, together. They discovered a fatal flaw in the predator's biology. Prehistoric monsters had incredible night vision, but that made their eyes extremely sensitive to sudden, blinding light. Early humans began to organize cooperative human shields. Fathers and brothers stood waist-deep in the freezing mud, holding blazing logs for hours, exposing themselves to sudden lunges just so the children could drink safely behind them. It was a terrifying display of absolute bravery. But surviving wasn't enough. To end the nightmare, they used the ultimate weapon, their evolving brain. With no metal spears, they invented the world's first biochemical tactic, visual. The green paste clouds the water. The terrifying armored fish and crocodiles roll over, their eyes spinning, floating helplessly to the surface. They harvested natural toxic plants. When crushed and thrown into a closed stream, these chemicals temporarily stripped the water of oxygen. Within minutes, the entire flesh-eating swarm suffocated and floated to the top, completely paralyzed. The ultimate monsters became an effortless midnight buffet for a bunch of clever stick figures. Every time you drink clean water without checking the dark shadows, remember the real scars left on our ancestors' bones. They died in the dark so we could walk in the light. But the water wasn't the only place hiding real nightmares. Next time, we go into the ancient skies, where giant eagles hunted human children from above. Subscribe to honor their memory, and see you in the next true chapter of survival.